Hi, I'm Megan Nevins, Curriculum Manager for Joico Canada. In this series, I'm going to teach you how to color with joy, no compromise. Today, we're going to talk all about reds. Let's be honest, red hair is high maintenance and clients know it. We hear it all the time. My reds fade. They wash out too fast. My client came back in looking like a brunette, but not anymore. This video is all about Powerhouse Reds with LumiShine. The reds your clients dream of, but have never actually gotten. Let's figure out why reds fade to begin with. It all has to do with color molecules. Red molecules are bigger and only have one coupler arm, where blue and yellow are smaller color molecules, but they have two coupler arms. So that allows them to have two attachment sites, and red color molecules only have one. So when there's the cuticle layer opening and closing, there's heat and environmental damage, that one arm isn't as strong, and so that's the one that fades fastest out of the hair. And what we're left with is our blue and yellow, which often is reflective of browning out in the hair. So what makes these powerhouse reds? Here's the recipe. 1 part Argiplex technology for strength and bond building, 1 part J5 fade resistant technology for long-lasting reds, 1 part lotus flower for environmental protection, and 1 part moringa oil that shields against premature fading. Mix that all together and you get a red that stays red. LumiShine Powerhouse Reds. The Powerhouse Reds have one big, strong muscle arm. A better anchor equals better longevity. And here, I'll prove it to you. I've pre-colored both these swatches with the LumiShine Permanent 6RR. That's a level 6 intense red. This is our original shade. Nothing done to it, day of swatch. This one is after 40 washes. Look at the difference. They're virtually identical. There's so much shine, there's tone still left in it. This is gonna make somebody want a powerhouse red. But it's not just 6RR. In our LumiShine Permanent Collection, we have 6 shades that range from a level 3 right up to a level 8 in cool and warm reds and our coppers. And then in our LumiShine Liquid Demi Collection, we have 4 shades that range from a level 4 to a level 8 in reds and coppers. This is our LumiShine Liquid Demi and our Permanent in the Powerhouse Collection. This white label on both the bottle and tube let you know that these are the ones that have the J5 fade resistant technology. And now I'm going to tell you how to use them. What I love about Joico and LumiShine is that all of the shades are mixed 1-to-1 with your chosen developer, which makes everything super easy. I'm going to start with the Permanent. These ones are mixed 1-to-1 with any volume from your 5 volume developer right up to your 40 volume. The processing time is 45 minutes. This gives you that little extra deposit. The Powerhouse Reds will give you up to 50% gray coverage. If you're looking for more than that, you'd want to make sure you add in one of our gray coverage series in the Permanent line. Another thing I love about anything in LumiShine is that it's all intermixable. These are great shades to add into other red tones to add a little bit extra pop, especially for your mid-shaft and ends. Now, let's move on to our Liquid Demis. These ones are mixed 1-to-1 with our 5 volume LumiShine developer and timed for 35 minutes. Within these 4 shades, they're also completely intermixable within our LumiShine Liquid Demi line, so you have full customization on what end result you're looking for, from your vibrant coppers right down to your muted strawberry blondes. Here's my hot tip. Because these are such vibrant tones, these are perfect to add into your other red and copper formulas to give you that extra vibrancy you're looking for, almost like an intensifier. Sometimes when you have your first red color application on a client, you need a little extra to make sure you get that deposit and vibrancy. That's when you can go in with LumiShine Liquid Demi as a gloss. This would be your final color shade that goes over top to give you shine and extra longevity. Now let's talk all about the problems that we see with red hair. The first problem we always talk about is hot roots. Isn't that the worst when you've done a beautiful color, but right at that regrowth area, it's too light and extra vibrant? The way I always adjust for this is use a lower developer at the regrowth because I'm using the heat from the scalp to give me that extra warmth that's already there. Then I use a higher developer through the mid-shaft and ends to give me the vibrancy through that area. That allows me to have a nice even result from regrowth to ends that gives you the appearance of a cheated virgin application. Speaking of vibrant ends, what's even worse is if it browns out. We have all had that or had a client come back in and now their mid-shaft and ends look like a brunette. Oftentimes that happens because we've formulated something in to soften that red, and that's the color that ends up staying the longest. Those red color molecules leave the hair and now all I'm left with is the brown ones. So the way I adjust for that is making sure that I take any of my additional shades, if I'm formulating differently, out of that mid-shaft and end formula. So no naturals or golds or beiges. I just want all of that red or copper so I get that vibrancy from those powerhouse reds the way I want it. And last but not least is environmental damage. We know that the sun fades everything. Thermal tools and heat styling, all of our tools are hotter than they used to be, and we use them every single day. And on a vibrant red or copper shade, that wreaks havoc. And of course, hard water and well water also fade reds. The powerhouse reds are made for battle. Do you ever have blonde clients that want to go red? The perfect way to get that beautiful, vibrant color is to pre-fill with our LumiShine Liquid Demi in the same collection before you move on to your end color in the permanent range. This will ensure you have the right anchor and base for the maximum intensity. Because when you're red, you want to be red. I'm going to clean up because I have a surprise for you. We have a live model that shows up everything we've just talked about. Because we all know the proof is in the pudding. Take a look at our wonderful model, Shay. We started off with such an amazing transformation, as you can see with her before photo. We really worked with all of the Powerhouse Red series here, and I did a volume shifting technique so that I got a really even consistency from regrowth right to the mid-shaft and ends. We did a deeper level through the top, this crown area. I used 5RR and 10 volume with the LumiShine developer at her regrowth, and then shifted that to a 20 volume through the mid-shaft and ends. Then through that hairline, to give that little extra pop, we went in with a 6RR and 10 volume with the LumiShine developer and moved to a 20 volume through those mid-shaft and ends. And then for just a little bit of fun, we pre-lightened some sections with our Blonde Life and 10 volume LumiShine developer. We lifted that to around a level 8, 9, and then we toned that with our 6 CCR in the LumiShine Liquid Demi with 5 volume developer. And look at this result. This is a powerhouse red. The reason we do a volume shifting with a vibrant red is because I know I'm gonna get a lot of bright warmth from the natural area at her scalp. So a lower volume will allow that to deposit the way I want it to, but because there's not as much heat through those mid-shaft and ends, I use the 20 volume to give me that extra pop. That allows me to have a really beautiful, even consistency from regrowth to ends without having to use a natural or another tone to soften this area at the regrowth. This is a beautiful color that is going to last 40 full washes. How unbelievable is that? So with 40 full washes, this will be vibrant and shiny the entire time. The red color of your client's dreams is possible. With LumiShine Powerhouse Reds, you get vibrancy, longevity, and shine. That's how you color with joy. No compromise. Make sure you catch our next episode where we unlock the secrets to bright blondes with LumiShine liquid toners. You won't want to miss it.